Altcoins are on the verge of a major breakout, and if you know how to spot the signs, you could be in for massive gains. In this video, I'll break down how Bitcoin's 4-year cycle, Bitcoin dominance, and how these shifts signal the start of altcoin season, where smaller coins explode in value. Stick around to the end to understand how to maximize your gains throughout the rest of this crypto bull cycle. By the way, if you're interested in meme coins, check out MoonShot using the link below to claim some free meme coins. And if you're looking to buy crypto, we've got exclusive links to Coinbase and Crypto.com where you can snag $50 in free crypto just for signing up. Let's dive in. So as a bit of necessary background, Bitcoin has often been called digital gold, dominating the market as the first and most well-known cryptocurrency. But beyond Bitcoin, there's an entire universe of altcoins, projects like Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Cardano, each offering unique features and massive growth potential. Here's the exciting part. When Bitcoin's dominance drops, which you can see in this chart, the difference of when the Bitcoin's dominance drives up and drives down. When the Bitcoin dominance drops, altcoins tend to surge, sometimes delivering massive results. This happens because as investors look to maximize returns, they often rotate profits from Bitcoin into smaller, more speculative altcoins, causing demand and prices to skyrocket. This shift is a key driver behind the infamous altcoin season that traders eagerly await during every cycle. Now that we understand the difference between Bitcoin and altcoins, let's talk about one of the most critical metrics in crypto investing, Bitcoin dominance. This metric measures Bitcoin's share of the total cryptocurrency market cap. Simply put, when Bitcoin dominance is high, most of the money in crypto is flowing into Bitcoin. But when it starts to drop, that's when things get exciting for altcoins. So here is why. As Bitcoin's dominance decreases, investors typically shift their focus to altcoins, driving up their prices. Historically, we've seen this happen time and time again during the 4-year Bitcoin cycle. Early in the cycle, Bitcoin leads the charge, soaking up market attention. But as the growth slows in Bitcoin, investors chase higher returns from altcoins. Take a look at this chart from BitcoinCounterflow.com, where you can clearly see how Bitcoin dominance has fluctuated over time in relation to its price. Notice how each drop in dominance corresponds with a surge in altcoin prices. Understanding this trend is crucial to predicting when altcoin season might kick off. Up next, I'll break down the famous 4-year Bitcoin cycle and show you how these shifts in dominance fit perfectly into the bigger picture. Bitcoin's dominance over the market isn't random. It follows a clear repeating pattern known as the 4-year Bitcoin cycle. This cycle is driven by a key event called the Bitcoin halving, where the reward for mining new Bitcoins is cut in half. This event happens roughly every 4 years and has a profound effect on the supply and demand and ultimately price. Here's how it plays out. In the first phase after the halving, Bitcoin's supply shock triggers a price surge as demand stays strong. Investors pour in, dominance rises, and Bitcoin leads the market. But after the peak, the market cools, and that's when altcoins start to shine. As Bitcoin returns diminish, investors rotate funds into smaller, high-risk altcoins, sparking massive price increases. This pattern is crystal clear in this chart right here. You can see the distinct rise, peak, and cool down phases repeating after every halving. We're currently in one of those key phases, and understanding it could be the difference between catching the next big move or watching it from the sidelines. Next, we'll dive deeper into how Bitcoin's price trends have unfolded in the past cycles. Each 4-year cycle has its own unique twists, but the overall pattern remains surprisingly consistent. Historically, Bitcoin's price movements follow a predictable rhythm: surge, peak, retrace, and accumulate. After each halving, Bitcoin's limited supply meets growing demand, sending prices skyrocketing. But after the euphoria fades, prices cool down, giving way to a much longer consolidation period. This pattern is perfectly illustrated here. Look at how each bull run after the halving has been followed by a steep correction before stabilizing at a higher base level than before. From the 2013 peak to the 2017 rally, and most recently the 2021 surge, it's the same story, just on a larger scale each time. Right now, many analysts believe we're in a surge phase, and the next rush to the peak is expected within the next 10 months. If history repeats itself, then the next parabolic move could be right around the corner. And remember, as Bitcoin has climbed, its dominance has risen as well. But as the rally matures, that's when altcoins typically take off. As Bitcoin's price moves throughout its 4-year cycle, there's a critical shift that every investor should watch for: the drop in Bitcoin dominance. When Bitcoin dominance falls, it's often a signal that altcoins are about to take the center stage. Here's how it works. During Bitcoin's price surge, most of the money in the market flows into Bitcoin, driving up its dominance. But after Bitcoin's growth starts to slow, investors look for bigger returns, and that's when they rotate into altcoins. The shift is visually clear in this heat map chart right here. Notice how during this time in the last 4-year cycle, Bitcoin experienced a cool-off period. The market share of altcoins increased. Not the price, but the market share. It's not just a coincidence, it's a repeatable trend in every cycle. Historically, the biggest altcoin booms have occurred right after Bitcoin's dominance peaks and starts to decline. Understanding this correlation is crucial for timing entries into altcoins. When you see dominance drop, it's often the early signal of an altcoin season where altcoin prices explode. When Bitcoin's dominance starts to drop, that's the moment altcoins thrive, but their performance isn't random. It follows a clear pattern with Bitcoin's 4-year cycle. Early in the cycle, Bitcoin is king, drawing in most of the market's attention and capital, but as Bitcoin's momentum fades, investors shift to altcoins searching for higher returns. This altcoin market cap chart perfectly highlights this transition. You'll see that as Bitcoin reaches its peak and its dominance starts to decline, the market cap of altcoins begins to rise. During the 2017 and 2021 bull runs, altcoins like Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano experienced massive surges, often outperforming Bitcoin by multiples. This is because as traders take profits from Bitcoin, they funnel that liquidity into altcoins, causing explosive price action. Right now, we're seeing early signs of this shift with smaller cap altcoins showing signs of life. Recognizing that we're in this cycle could help you get ahead of the next major altcoin rally. When altcoins start outperforming Bitcoin, you've officially entered what's known as altcoin season. But how do you spot it before it's in full swing? Altcoin season typically occurs when a majority of altcoins, typically 75% or more, outperform Bitcoin over a set period. This shift is often triggered by Bitcoin's dominance declining as investors chase higher returns in smaller and more volatile assets. The altcoin season index is one of the most effective tools to track this trend. This index visually shows when the market moves in favor of altcoins. When the index is in the altcoin season zone, it's a signal that rotation is taking place and altcoins are gaining strength. Historically, the biggest altcoin seasons happen after Bitcoin's bull runs, like in 2017 and 2021. Right now, analysts are watching for a similar pattern to repeat. So where do we stand right now in the 4-year Bitcoin cycle? Understanding this is crucial to predicting the next big move for both Bitcoin and altcoins. Based on past cycles, we know the halving event sparks Bitcoin's bull run, followed by a peak, a decline, and then a period of accumulation before the next halving. According to the Bitcoin cycle repeat chart, we have just experienced a surge, a very exciting part of the Bitcoin cycle where the price pumps and all eyes are focused on Bitcoin. Historically, this phase is when many people have started taking in profits and when many people who are seeing Bitcoin trending decide to join the party, including institutional investors. I'm sure you've seen many banks and big entities and people saying that they're buying Bitcoin right now. If this pattern holds, Bitcoin's dominance could drop, which could ignite a new rally in altcoins. During this phase, Bitcoin dominance often decreases as investors take profits and move to more risky coins to take advantage of the higher return. Knowing where we are in the cycle can help you plan your next move. With the next phase on the horizon, many believe we are at the cusp of a new market shift. With the Bitcoin surge in full swing, now it's time to prepare for the potential surge in altcoin prices. So how can you position yourself to maximize gains during the next altcoin season? It all starts with timing and strategy. One of the best ways to stay ahead of the market is to watch Bitcoin versus altcoin season charts. This tool highlights the shifts in dominance and identifies when altcoins are beginning to outperform Bitcoin. When Bitcoin's dominance declines, that's a signal to rotate funds into altcoins. A smart strategy is to build a watch list of strong, high potential altcoins. Look for projects with solid use cases, strong communities, and growing developer activity. You can look at CoinMarketCap right here to get started, starting with Bitcoin and working your way down. The easiest way is to start by choosing the altcoins with the highest market cap. As you can see right here, the closest ones to Bitcoin ranked by market cap. I recommend doing more research on the most promising layer 1 tokens, layer 1 being very important here, like Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Cardano. Dollar cost averaging into these projects and diversifying across multiple coins can lower your risk and help you secure better entry points. Another approach is to wait for Bitcoin dominance to break key support levels. Historically, this signals the start of an altcoin rally. If you position yourself ahead of this move, you'll be ready to ride the wave. And as you can see here, Bitcoin dominance is already breaking down and the altcoin season index is pretty much indicating that altcoin season is starting. Next, we'll cover the risks of altcoin investing and how to protect yourself. Chasing massive gains during an altcoin season can be exciting, but it's important to recognize the risks involved. Unlike Bitcoin, which has established itself as digital gold, essentially, as many people call it, altcoins are far more volatile and speculative. Prices can rise rapidly, but they can also crash just as fast. So how do you protect yourself? A good starting point is to use a risk assessment matrix. There are plenty available online if you look up cryptocurrency risk assessment matrix or investment risk assessment matrix. Another major risk is the rug pull. This is definitely more focused on meme coins, but this is typically where the developer or founder of a project abandons it, causing the token's value to plummet. To avoid this, research the team behind the project, look at the community engagement, and avoid too good to be true promises. Analysts predict that Bitcoin could hit its peak before October 2025, and this means that altcoin could pretty soon here follow with even more dramatic moves. By tracking Bitcoin's dominance and using key indicators like the altcoin season index, you can position yourself yourself ahead of the curve. While no one can predict the future with certainty, following these historical patterns can provide a significant edge. We've covered a lot of ground, so let's quickly recap the key takeaways. Bitcoin operates on a 4-year cycle, with the halving event acting as the primary trigger for massive market moves. Early in the cycle, Bitcoin dominates the market, but as the rally matures, altcoin season begins, with altcoins often seeing explosive gains. Tracking Bitcoin dominance using the altcoin season index and recognizing where we are in the cycle can give you an edge in spotting the next big move. If you're looking to get in on meme coins, one of the most popular platforms is MoonShot. We've left a link below where you can claim free meme coins. Just sign up and click the claim meme coins button. And if you're ready to buy crypto, we've also included exclusive links to Coinbase and crypto.com where you can get $50 in free crypto just by using our links. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on crucial updates like these. I'll catch you in the next one.